Hello, coolers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with Ronald Araujo, as manager Xavi recently gives green light to Araujo for the upcoming FIFA World Cup. We are going to be discussing on that story in much detail as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about Real Madrid manager Carlo Ancelotti, who recently hails Gerard Pique as one of the strongest following his retirement. So guys, before we get right into those stories in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. If you're just coming across the channel for the very first time, you are very welcome. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. Barca! 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 Among all the Barcelona players suffering from injuries this season, the absence of Ronald Araujo has been the most significant one. Regarded as one of the defensive leaders in the team, the Uruguayan international had been ruled out of action during the international break after he picked up a knock against Iran. It was later revealed that the defender would require surgery for his recovery. It was initially thought that Ronald Araujo would miss the upcoming FIFA World Cup. However, even after missing 11 games at a stretch, there remains a possibility that the defender could still at least make the Uruguay squad for the World Cup. According to Mateo Moreto, the upcoming 48 hours could be crucial for Araujo. There is a 50% chance the player may even go to Qatar, purely because of the fact that the defender has worked extra hard to get back in shape. He has worked every day in training and followed the routine, but the final decision will now be made within the coming 48 hours, with Barcelona holding a significant weight in making the decision. The Uruguayan national team, along with coach Diego Alonso, will also have a significant role in coming up with a final verdict of Araujo's fate. As it stands, Xavi has given Araujo the green light to go for the tournament if he can return to full fitness ahead of the tournament. Uruguay would definitely want Ronald Araujo to join the team in Qatar, as a young star is regarded as one of the best players in the country. Barcelona, on the other hand, will be apprehensive about allowing him to return to the pitch, knowing the player could aggravate the injury. All of this will be factored in as these respective parties cite their cases for Araujo's fate in the upcoming FIFA World Cup. The report suggests the decision could be made either on Monday or Tuesday. Ronald Araujo has been out injured, for a long time, almost a month, and it came as a big blow, came as a very big blow for Barcelona and for Uruguay, especially for Uruguay that the World Cup is very close, and Araujo being one of the best players there, of course, it will always be a big blow. So it has been miraculous, to see the way Araujo's recovery has been evolving. Like, the player he has a strong mentality. That's why I love him a lot. And it is a dream for him to play his first FIFA World Cup. Araujo decided to go for long-term treatment rather than going for conservative treatment. Normally with a surgery, it makes you are out longer. It makes your recovery time very long, but in the long run, it's the best kind of recovery when you go for surgery. Araujo decided to go for that treatment, which surprised many people. Honestly, Uruguay were not impressed by that decision, but Araujo decided to go for that. And there was that, people, like, it was expected that Araujo would not even make it for the FIFA World Cup in Qatar that is soon coming. But the way things are going right now, it seems as though he might just make an appearance for the World Cup. And that will be something great for Barcelona and for Uruguay. And I'll see it as a miracle because Araujo was not supposed to play that World Cup if things were going as planned. Because when they did the operation, it was like Araujo will only come in January. But the way things have gone, luckily enough, he might play that World Cup. Xavi himself recently said he won't be surprised. And he's also open to the possibility seeing Araujo playing his first FIFA World Cup. And that would be something great. But of course, all this needs to be taken with so much caution because He's still, even if he plays, he will hardly play the full game normally because he's just coming back from injury. So let's see actually if he features. Normally, I think most teams now, most coaches, most international coaches have already made their provisional squad. Talking about provisional squads, for about 50 something names there, but their finalists, the finalists that will be made, I think very soon. I think by next week, most coaches will make their final 20. I think it's 26 names on the final list. And I think the Uruguay coach himself will be so happy to see Araujo make his final list. So right now, according to reports, Araujo featuring for the World Cup will not be surprising. It might happen, and I think that will be a huge will be a huge surprise because not most people were not seeing him to feature for that World Cup. But it will be risky though because Barcelona themselves will be hoping that after the World Cup he should return back with full fitness and be able to play many games. Then on to the next story of discussion. Gerard Pique has been at the center of attention in Spanish football this week after abruptly announcing his retirement from professional football. The recent game against Almeria was the defender's last game for Barca, with the club setting up a grand farewell for the player. Almost all of his Barca teammates have already heaped praise on Piqué for his years of service to the club, and it appears even Real Madrid Carlo Ancelotti has joined the back wagon, hailing Piqué for his successful year. The Italian tactician even called him one of the strongest defenders he has ever seen. He said, Piqué, in my personal opinion, is one of the strongest central defenders I have ever seen. Very intelligent on the pitch, very tidy, said Carlo Ancelotti. Piqué's decision to retire came in the aftermath of a series of criticism over his performances lately. The club management was also not entirely happy with the player, especially after he refused to reduce his salary earlier this season. Ancelotti believed the decision to retire was a courageous one. As far as Piqué is concerned, Carlo Ancelotti said, he has decided to stop. I think it is important for you to decide to stop and not someone else to tell you stop. That is not easy to do. It is a strong decision and I wish him all the best. During his illustrious career, Gerard Piqué has featured in 616 competitive matches for Barcelona. He helped Barca secure 3 Champions League titles along with 8 La Liga titles, thus establishing himself as one of the most successful defenders in world football over the past decade. Ancelotti's considered opinion on his retirement serves as an indicator of Piqué's legacy as not only a Barcelona legend, but a defensive icon in the world of football. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.